Now moving into the last game of the weekend, game 4 of round 3. What are your predictions there?
Right. Again, another on paper, a really, really big game. You've got the Sharks at home against the Free State Cheetahs. Both teams, standout performers in the past, the recent past in Currie Cup rugby. Got the Sharks as defending champions at home. Again, I'm going for another home win this weekend. The Cheetahs, they've struggled a little bit, sort of blown hot and cold as well, which is a bit unfortunate for the men from Bloemfontein. They lost a lot of players. It's difficult to actually keep track of who's actually left and who's injured and who's coming back. Yeah. Unfortunately for them, the Sharks team named today, really, really strong bench in particular. They've got some really formidable players to come on if the starting 15 fail to fire. So, I think the depth will get the Sharks through there. They should have too much at home for the Cheetahs. The Sharks also unbeaten after 2 rounds, so they don't want to lose pace with the Western Province and the Golden Lions. So I expect them to win, and again, win fairly comfortably against the Cheetahs team, which I don't see as playoff contenders. I think they'll finish sort of 5th or 6th outside the top 4 semi-finalists. So a fairly comfortable win again for the Sharks. I'm going with as many as 10 or 12 points there.
And if we make it to watch this game, after all the rugby we've been watching the whole weekend, what players should we look out for?
Again, I talked about the Sharks bench. They've got the young Thomas du Toit. He's an inspirational player for them at Super Rugby level. He's sort of been rested. He's on the bench, but I expect him to come on in the second half. He's only 19 years old, but he's already scrummed in his young career up against some of the top front rows in the world. So he should be too powerful and streetwise at 19. Can you believe it? Yeah. For the Cheetahs team. So good player to watch there. And then Lionel Currie, he played last year for the Brumbies in Australia. He's back in South Africa. Jake White has sort of signed him up, so he's on the bench, sort of easing his way back into Currie Cup. But it'll be good to see him play again. He's played for Western Province and the Bulls in the past. Now he's down in Durban, so he'll be another player to keep an eye on for sure.
Awesome. Garen, anyone who will be at any of those games that we just spoke about, how can they share photos with Sport24 or watch any of the live updates?
Yeah, sure. If you're at any of the 4 games this weekend, please send your pictures through to mysport@sport24.co.za and we'll include them in our Monday morning gallery.